talking about what we
You
should be
guys
doing
start talking
next.
about thingy. We're about to start. Oh no.
We're basically
You're
planning
echoing a
a
little
lot
bit,
of
Sonia.
planning.
Hello? Hello?
We
Hello?
got
Okay, is it... Hello?
What's up, bitch?
Hold on, I hear myself.
hello.
What? Hold on. What's
You
going
mean?
on? I hear
I
myself.
hear you.
What's happening?
That is the hubris of man, isn't it?
What you doing?
No, like I hear myself.
Where are you at?
I mean, we hear you too.
Yep.
You've got friends.
Hello? Okay, it's
I
not...
can hear
Okay,
you
it's not...
Oh,
twice.
you
No,
got plans?
it's
Oh,
not
don't say
doing it
that.
anymore. Sorry, it was like... It was picking me up and like...
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. You had like a weird echoey effect.
Yeah, it was like picking me up and it was like my voice was coming in from like everywhere and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Beyond.
I think it's gone now. It's gone now, right? I
Right,
don't hear
it's
it.
still on tech support stream start.
Look.
This has never happened before.
This is the first time that's ever happened, so I was confused. But yeah, so we're gonna start with GBE. Fuck the
GBE?
intro. Not GBE, you know what I mean.
It's like,
Look.
what?
Like
Session's over.
this is like
I'm the one
saying
without sleep.
this is like saying grace before you ate the meal. You're supposed to say grace after because you could that meal could have killed you.
You
and
know when I
wouldn't be
said
able
in
to
the
think for
GVE
shit.
last session that this episode, like the last episode, was a bit wacky, and I'm sure we'd all be back up to scratch today.
No,
That's-
we're
I'll take
I
not.
think you lied.
I take it back, bro.
Alright, so hello everybody, welcome back to Rolls After Dark. I am your Dungeon Master DM Disaster, and today we're going to start recap. That's the word. Who's doing recap? Because I don't even. Rocky
haven't
did
got a
recap. Alan, because you missed it last week.
Catching the
To,
bullet
re-
from Alan.
to reiterate what I said probably about a good like couple minutes ago. We started last session with the end of the fight with Rakdos. We were really fucking confident about it too. And after we had retreated from that scene with the entire town essentially on fire and people killing themselves in very gruesome and grisly environment, we were visited by the ghost of Leopold, who was saying that he'd been tortured in hell for a very long time and it fucking sucked and he hated us for it because we abandoned him. Um, Newsflash, he wasn't actually Leopold. He was just Rakdos coming to play a good old trick on us. And we're like, fuck you. And he's like, fuck you too, assholes. And he disappeared. Um, the body, the figure that he was embodying crumbled to dust, essentially. And we all were pretty ready to leave. We all teleported into the fort castle structure on top of the Banog. Came out the closet. That was a fun and enlightening experience for everyone. And we decided, hey, let's get some rest. Figure out what the fuck's gonna be going on in the next coming weeks or so. Eros made a little pocket dimension for us after we met Mr. Incognito, who is Kartag's dragon friend. He's very sassy and very not that helpful. But after that meeting, we created the pocket dimension for us to get a good old rest. We all had our individual rooms. It was a little bit of a wacky, funny, haha, little few hours of interaction. Eros felt bad because she made the pocket dimension inside the Banog, which is Kartag's home, where he already has a place to sleep and eat. But fast forwarding from that, they all had sat down for dinner, and we're kind of coming back to center on what exactly should be happening moving forward. And the fact that nobody really had a plan to move forward. Um, and kind of coming to the realization that we're always just like kind of go, split second in the moment decisions of doing whatever we can to get over the next hump that's in front of us. and Mr. Incognito was very vocal about that fact, but not really offering suggestions of how to kind of move forward. So, but we decided that we should start with well, I believe we talked about. I don't think we all collectively agreed on how exactly to move forward, but we talked about um starting with the heavy presence in Aes'Taldon with the Church of Iron and how to handle that, how to get information, how to move forward with getting a foothold and crippling their presence in Aes'Taldon. I feel like I believe Cartag made some suggestions about bomb dropping right into the middle of Penance. Um, but basically war talks for the most part. And we pretty much no, we didn't pretty much end session there. Because Isa and Eros had a conversation that was kind of cute, kind of sad, kind of funny. Um, Isa was just like, "Hey, thanks. I saw the stuff in the book. I mean, friends and whatnot." And Eros was just like, "Hey, you think too much. You should not think so much. You should probably live your life and do shit that you like." And he's just like, "But this," and Eros is like, "Shut up. You're stupid. Do better for yourself." And then
Well,
proceeded
have
to
fun times with a lady who may or may not be a clone.
yeah,
Mhm.
Hot Boy
That's good.
Summer, all that good shit. And then proceeded to tell Isa that he can do whatever he wants except bang Arthos for some weird reason.
I mean, if you
Proceeding
want to,
I'm
go for it.
good. Uh, basically ousting that Eros was going to go and proceed uh playing hanky panky with
That never
Arthur.
He
happened.
was gonna go play
No,
the meat
no,
flute.
no,
He was
no,
about
no, no.
he was about to shake that salt, if you know what I'm saying.
There
Uh,
is still chicken left downstairs, probably.
well, he's probably gonna get a different kind of meat later on tonight. But after that, he left. And I believe we ended session there.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So you have all, by this point, had finished your conversations. Everything is calm. Everything is quiet. You can feel the swaying of the Banog as it's moving, though, within the walls of the mansion. It, with also the illusion of it being a ship, it does feel like the swaying and rocking of a ship. You can hear the creaking of the wood and everything like that. You all decided that you were going to take at least a day to kind of recover from everything. You do know that it's going to take roughly 2 days to make it to Bancraig from. It's going to take you roughly 2 days to make it to Bancraig from Tira's Vale. So the first day would have already passed by this point. So count this as a long rest. Take your luck points.
Nice.
Nice.
So what are you all going to do now?
Um, Isa's probably going to whatever common room that they have available. Well, if we're inside the fort in the Banog, Isa's probably there's more than likely a war room that's there, I'm assuming.
Can you see the tokens, or can you see the map?
Yes.
Okay.
I can see the map. Yes.
Yeah. If there is a war room, Isa's probably going there, laying out maps and notes and stuff from his journal, trying to hypothesize and formulate a possible plan uh, of attack moving forward.
So,
Jesus.
do you know that the first floor itself is the common area, training area, and sleeping area? The second floor would have the meeting room, along with just kind of a general common sitting area. You do see weapons and whatnot kind of on the walls, racks and stuff. So you would assume that this is probably where they would gather their weapons and whatnot. And then the top floor is the top of the fortress.
Gotcha.
So back here would be where the meeting room would be.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hmm. There we go. So how long have we been on the travels then?
About a day.
Okay.
You know, it's going to take you another day to get to Bancraig.
Hmm. Let's see. I think Noman would have gone to who would he have brought it up? I guess he would have brought it up with the group. That's I believe at dinner there was a mention of trying to like find places or something. Might be able to do something like that. Or try to look at people if we know who we want to look at.
Will they know that you're looking at them?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how it works actually. But it's
I'm
I
lost.
feel that there's a way to do it.
You're lost in your own house?
Aw.
Damn.
Aw,
I went to a
buddy.
roof, and now I can't get down.
I can't see anything now.
You went upstairs?
I went upstairs.
Oh, okay, hold on.
I got no visibility. But if we wanted, we could try to look up somebody like Soren, or who was it? Who was it that we met with at the church in Tirisvale?
Well, mate,
The roommate. Yes.
I don't know his name. What's your roommate's name?
Please stop saying that.
I don't know.
I'm
So
giving it a
fun.
1, but I can't see.
Oh no.
I'm in Brazil without the B right now.
Are you? Oh, there you are.
Yep. I think I heard. Oh,
Okay.
What's that?
can't hear you.
Well, with that flashbang, I guess Noman's here.
What?
Jesus.
I turned off. Why?
Can somebody throw a blanket over Noman?
It's on your actual character sheet. Every time
Turn
you pull the
off.
token out, it doesn't fix the character sheet.
That can't possibly be right. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's
Wasting
like
all
every,
the
hold on, let me see. Say every
wasting
time
all
I
the good,
drag
like-
it out,
Don't do that. I don't know why.
It's literally what it does. Every time you drag it out, it does that.
Okay. I'll figure it out eventually.
Will you? Because I'm tired of getting flashbang.
That just goes to show that Noman is the light in all of our lives.
Okay.
He's a motherfucking star boy.
So now
There we go.
The
I don't think we can. What was that?
thanks.
JR.
Stop.
I don't think we can hear Arthos yet.
Yeah, no. Maybe he doesn't have a roommate.
Why do you keep saying roommate?
It's a great word.
Mm-hmm.
It's a word that would have me on trial for violent assault.
So we could scry on Twin clone, or Soren.
Mm-hmm. If it would even work on the one himself. I mean, I've only met the one that we beheaded, and apparently that was a changeling. So I don't know if it would work that way or not, but might be worth a shot.
That was in the NPCs section, by the way.
His name, yeah. It's so much more fun saying
No, it's not.
Vince's.
It really kind of
Yes.
is.
I'm gonna need you to cease and desist.
I'm
Vince's?
just gonna do
Mhm.
Fend a favor here and move him out of his seat.
Why is everybody always in Kartug's seat?
Why didn't you just sit in his lap like last time?
Oh, that was Wilhelm. Wilhelm special.
You can come sit on my lap.
Yeah,
then.
he is
No,
special,
it's
all right.
With Arthur's in the room, I don't want to get fucking murdered.
What?
He's gone. Nobody needs to know. It's fine.
What is happening? Where is everybody right now?
Then's
La
laying on
Land.
the bear carpet, wolf carpet. Yep, there he is.
Paints
Prone.
me like one of your French girls.
Let's see. How does the actual spell work? Right, so choose
The
that.
way I see it, there's only maybe 2 people in this group who have actually seen the real Soren face to face. And that's gonna be Arthos or Noman.
Would I have? I don't think I have.
I thought you seen him, you said he was there when you were getting tortured. With Letha.
That could have been another changeling.
Well, you
It's
never
possible
know.
it was him. Yeah. If all I need to know is the name and what he looks like and such, that might be enough. If
Can you guys hear me?
isn't, yay!
Hey,
There you go. Little bitch.
fuck you, man.
We were calling out your roommate, Vince's.
Then do it.
Let's see. If that is all it takes, that might be enough. If there was mention of a new prophet, yes?
Yes.
I've not met him, but if we needed to try and see if we could find them, see where they are, that might also help. I might have to. How did that work? I'd possibly have to see a memory of them. That might help me try to see them if we want to find him.
Wonderful. Great.
Mm.
Not that I don't trust you walking around in my mind, Noman. I totally trust you.
More than I could say of myself before recent times. Who do we feel that should be found? Or at least an attempt to.
Well, if you don't know if you've seen the actual Soren, I don't know how it works, but maybe you should try Vince's.
Is Arthos in this room?
Arthos and Isa are in the war room.
Yep, because Isa was talking about drawing maps, and Arthos was going to do what he could to help.
Got it.
He knows penance better than the rest of you.
Thank you, best buddy.
Guys, we're not in the war room. We're by the fireplace. Stop being antisocial, thanks. I know the war room is set up.
Oh, look at that! A chair's open.
This could be our snack break.
We were doing important work. What the fuck?
Flips the chair.
I thought, no, that's. Oh, yeah.
You'll sit there, you'll do Arthos. You don't want to sit there.
Oh boy.
Now,
Fragile
while I do
casters in the
agree the
chairs.
war room might have been a better choice, Noman, Eros, and Arthos and Fen decided to come sit here instead. Well, not Arthos, he was in there with you. But, the other three decided to come sit here instead. I think they liked the fireplace or the wonderful wolf pelt on the floor. As you can see there, it's almost 3 times as big as Fend, and I killed it with my bare hands. You can ask me about that one later. Now, shall we talk business?
Well, we would have been able to talk business with all of our resources in front of us and not a fireplace in the war room.
That's so cozy in here.
But never.
So, what was the topic of conversation that apparently we missed?
I think the topic of conversation is who is this random lady behind me and why is she in my house?
Some
Going to
random
bring it
redheaded
up, but
some random redheaded baddie snuck her way into the fucking banner.
Pretty sure the random redheaded baddie is Nikita, but she doesn't exist here.
Yeah.
He hasn't existed for at least like 10 episodes.
But she does exist.
I forgot about Nikita. Where is she right
This
now?
is a very poor cameo, if you ask me.
She is currently with Thend. Or not Thend.
I mean,
keep
Will.
saying Thend. JR. Like, as my brain went Thend, JR. What's his face?
Thendhelm.
Who?
That guy. Thendhelm.
Thendhelm.
Oh no.
Willing.
They've fusion danced.
DM, I'd like to initiate PvP.
No.
we were mentioning there might be a way of trying to find members of the church, but deciding on if and who we can even try to find. The one that you're familiar with that we met in Tiris Vale. I believe his name was Vince's.
With
We could try him. Don't know if we can maybe try to find the new prophet. We could also try Soren, but don't know if we'd find the real one or not.
And I wouldn't. How do you know that they're not going to know that you're looking at them?
Mm.
Is there a way to tell?
Do you plan to use scrying?
If that is what it's called, yes.
There's no
I've
way
never-
of telling whether or not they'll be able to see you. It could be
Then
a
maybe
one-way
going for
mirror.
the-
It could be a two-way mirror. It's hard to tell.
Then maybe going for the highest profile probably isn't smart.
Hmm.
Ventus would be a better choice. Not
Do
too
you
low on the
think-
totem pole, but not the highest either.
Do you think he would be at a location that any of the others would be in, or separate?
Most
If
likely
any of
separate.
them are here. Hmm.
And I could still dreamwalk. It's just that I'm not going to see where they are, but I can have a conversation with them.
Hmm.
Okay, but I don't think that's a very good idea. It might be a bit suspicious if you end up in their dreams like, hey buddy, I'm your dreams. Where are you right now? I'm inside your walls.
And there's no way of knowing if they could track the source of wherever that spell could be coming from, which would paint a bigger target on our backs.
True. Might be for either case of scrying, as you say, or this dreaming.
The Banog's fast. It's not quite as fast as teleportation, and if they end up teleporting guys here, then they know we have a Banog.
And there's no way that they would possibly know this circle down the way, right? Nobody should know that one. The teleportation circle.
I'm fairly sure the only people who know about that are us and the mailman. Anybody else who's found that, either I've killed them, the dragons killed them, or the wolves have killed them. All the trolls, all the very angry dwarves living in the mountain, or whatever else is living out there in the wastes. All the cold.
Should we be worried about the dwarves in the mountain if we're heading that
They
way?
could be a valuable ally, if we can convince them. I haven't spoken to them in a very long time, but judging from how we saw they were being treated last time we saw dwarves, it might take some convincing.
Hmm.
Though we could use that to our advantage. Persuade them that it was the church's doing. Let them break the chains of the great oppressor. It doesn't matter if it's the oppressor, if the oppressor is the one that they... I'm not very good at these big speeches. What I'm saying is if we can make them think that the church was keeping them in chains, then they'll go and break the chains, and then they'll go and break the church. They're an ally. Or they go back into their mountains and tell everyone to fuck off and leave them alone, which is the more likely outcome. There's a reason you don't see many dwarves out in Aes'Taldon.
Well, in either case, are they the only ones we could possibly go to for bolstering our own forces?
There's the elves. In, what was that town called again? The one where we went to that wonderful party where we found you, Liza.
Grim. Yeah, what's Grimheller?
That was Grimheller.
Okay.
There's the elves in Grimhelm, but I'm fairly sure most of them are on the church's pocket.
I mean, do we know it is even standing? They might have even tried to come for that place, knowing it might be
haven't really checked there anymore.
dangerous.
Do we know if Wilhelm still has any old allies that might be able to strengthen our cause at all?
Noman, you have that fancy spell that lets you contact people from far away, right? Or Rizo, do you...
What was that?
Fucking the spell that lets you contact people from distance. Message
You mean sending?
Sending.
Mm.
Send a sending to Wilhelm. Ask him if he knows anybody who would be able to help us out, and ask him if he knows the situation in Grimhella. I'm fairly sure Wilhelm has at least one so nice over there. Or a brothel or something.
I can try to contact Lifa or Sortiara to see if they might also have any allies that we can make use of.
Sortiara did have pretty firm grips in Grimhella, last I remember. That tall vampire bitch spoke highly of her. Shame she isn't still around.
Well,
There is one more person I think we should contact. Norman, you remember that salesman, the interesting one? The one who told Wilhelm about toilets.
Wait,
mm,
what the hell are toilets?
We'll get to that. Maybe we can contact him. Maybe he can help us out with some esoteric technologies. Or some rousing words of advice, if he's still alive. Though I'm fairly certain at this point he's immortal, because of the whole skull thing.
we last saw him up in Crystal's Vale, right? Yes, that was before Isa decided to disappear for a bit.
GM,
and then
question.
we all did.
Uh-huh.
What happened in Crystal's Vale after they all left to go to Barovia?
Nothing, it just became occupied.
Oh yeah, okay.
It got worse.
Damn, that's crazy.
Well, the church controls Crystal's Vale entirely now, so it's not the best place to go and visit.
If we reach out to Barney, how should we say to have him meet us? I don't know that he would have. I don't know if he could quite get exactly to where we are. I'm sure he has some way, but should we say meet at a particular place? Maybe we could teleport to that one?
That's a good question. He finds his way around that one.
Sounds resourceful.
Seem to
Yeah,
have
that's one
quite
word
a few
for him.
resources. Yeah. Is there a particular city that we are interested in looking at on our way, on our travels?
what's the first location we're supposed to hit on this journey so far? Pancrag?
Yeah, Pancrag.
Why not see if you can meet us there?
If we're good with that, I can try to reach out to him. Sure, why not? Let's see. No one's gonna cast Sending. to Barney.
Bonnie.
It's been a while since done this. Let's see. I'll use the spell slot. It don't matter.
You might
So
have
yeah.
to spend 2, so as long as you've got enough of them.
It'll be fine. So, yep, Noman will try to cast Sending on Barney, and he'll say, let's see. Barney, this is Noman with Arthos and group. Could you meet at Bancraig? Interested in trades, information.
If you have enough words, tell him that
Items.
the keyword, if it's a trap or if he's captured by the church, is... What's a good keyword?
As Noman awkwardly pauses during casting the spell.
Wow.
He's just giving you that look like I'm on the phone.
We'll go with Old Faithful. If he's
Hold
under
on,
duress, captured by the church, or if it's a trap, the keyword is chariots.
Hold, please. Okay.
A lot of words, Kartog.
Yeah. If
Tell him it's Raid Shadow Legends.
back to the message. If in trouble, say danger and where. I think I have 8 words.
Noman, I can't help but notice that wasn't chariots.
This is
You're
mentally.
right.
Shut up.
I forgot it's mental. Yeah.
Hold on, girl. This boy over here trying to talk to me. You see him on the phone.
It's the worst sending ever. Say if in danger. Yeah. Yeah, and then he'll finish it out. If any allies around, bring who you can. Pretty sure that fit within 25.
So,
Yeah.
you hear nothing.
Oh.
And then it kind of comes in. Hello? Who's this?
Bruh.
How'd you get my number? Oh, shit. Noman?
Imagine wasting
Hi,
half
it's
of
Barney.
the spell. Imagine wasting the entire spell. Matter of fact, we don't need this motherfucker. He wilding out. we're
Imagine if he only got half the spell because it was like, and if in danger, hold on a minute, I am on the phone. If in danger, and he just cuts off randomly.
A stoner.
I only got that message and thought it was the IRS. You thought it'd find me
Sorry.
We've been
They
trying to reach you about your
transcended
carriage's
planes.
extended warranty.
It's Noman and Friends. Who is this? I don't know you.
New phone, who this?
This man
Was that
Barney is
all he said?
Aes'Taldon selling his wares, and all of a sudden a bunch of men in suits teleport in front of him and flash their IRS cards, and he fucking runs.
So was that all he said?
Yes, that's all he said.
I hate it. I hate it.
Noman, how'd it go?
That was it went very well. Mm-hmm. Well,
Good.
just a moment. Let me think on
Spend
that.
another spell slot.
Listen, just give me a scroll of sending and I'll do it, okay?
I don't do scrolls. I imagine Isa would be able to do that.
You know that takes time and resources, right?
Okay, how about this?
Mm.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what to say.
There can only be so many words.
What's up, Barney? How you doing? Still got the shop? Yeah, cool. Listen, wanna buy some things? Meet us in Bancraig. See you then. Hugs and kisses from the whole crew. Wilhelm misses you.
Mm,
I think that sounds great, Noman. I think that's what exactly you need to say.
I don't. I don't quite like that one now. I don't think I can send that to someone actually. Sounds a bit too complex. No. Who else do we need to reach?
The only people I know here are you guys and Wilhelm, so...
I'll try to reach out to Leaf or Sortiara. Isa just pinching the bridge of his nose like that was disastrous.
Oh yeah,
He
no,
leans
do
further
try
and stares at you.
and reach Wilhelm, and ask him about Grimhella and whether the elves could be of assistance. I'd rather take his opinion on it as a elf and or former elf than to go there and ask myself.
I can try to do that. Yes.
And don't fuck it up this time, okay?
Someone else can have fun. Right now, though.
Just give me a second. And he'll cast sending to Sortiara.
Hmm.
He will say, Sortiara, we need resources. If you can spare them, do you still have any of your contacts? Please respond post haste.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think that hits me at like 20.
Yep. Yep. So it takes a moment, but then you get a response. Isa, you're still alive.
Wow.
I heard you were dead.
Is that all she says?
I have resources. Not many.
Okay. Thought I was dead. All right. Uh, I will recast sending. Yeah, I'm gonna recast sending. Who told you I was dead?
Bro, about to find out you rang the wrong number. This is
Hey.
Solera clone number 47, not number 45.
I hate you. Yeah. Who told you I was dead? Whatever resources you can spare. And if you can come yourself. Let's see, what was the name of this place that we're gonna meet Barney at?
Bancraig.
Ben Craig.
Come to Bancraig. As quickly as possible. Yep, 24.
Yo, somebody shoot lasers.
My child.
Hey, yo, they out here shooting duck.
Not safe for travel. Being watched by the church. We'll send someone in my place.
Okay. So, apparently Sortiara is also being watched by the church. I'm not sure why, but she's going to be sending a representative in her place with whatever resources that she can muster to Ben Creek. So we ought to meet them at the same time we meet this, what's his name, Barney?
Hmm.
No,
Potentially.
I could send one last sending to Lifa, but I doubt she'd be in much different position.
I didn't realize they were two separate people.
I didn't either until about 20 sessions ago.
Damn.
And I met Leafa, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're basically the same person, just not.
Right, well, in terms of resources we have right here, I have weapons, armor, got more at my temple, and I have about 2,500 platinum. So that should get us somewhere.
How much platinum?
It's his war fund that he's been saving for.
Oh, great.
He had, I believe he had more, but was there something that happened with that at the Ken estate?
Yep, I forgot to put it on my sheet.
What sheet are you speaking of?
My ledger. He pulls out a piece of paper where it's just got money, lost it, got more money, lost it.
You just lost money. How much money did you lose? You know what?
He doesn't.
After
He
all,
doesn't write down that part. He doesn't write down the amount. He just writes
matter
down
of
the fact
fact,
he gained or lost.
the silence tells me everything I need to know. Don't answer that.
No, this was the amount.
And cold.
2,500 platinum. That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money that you just
Quite a lot.
Lose?
No, I have it on me right now.
Oh, that's all you have on you right now.
What?
How much money do you have readily available at this very moment?
2,500 platinum.
Okay.
That is how much he's netted, yes.
Okay.
That is the amount of money on my person at this very moment in time.
Do you have money hidden away anywhere else that you could access?
Well, I already took the money from the Ken estate before we left. That is where this money came from. I think.
I mean, there's
As-
always Wilhelm.
Wilhelm is broke. We just burned down his house.
Well, the way he acts, that's just one of many houses.
It is.
Well, if he's wealthy enough to have that, why not just ask him? I mean, I'm pretty sure the church winning would be a bad thing for him.
Very bad for business.
Also, Isa, you haven't given him your cure yet. I know you said you'd give it to him for free, but I mean,
My what?
the cure for that disease. You haven't told him you could cure it, right?
I have
didn't?
not told him yet.
Well, why don't you offer to cure his family, but also mention that we need war funds?
His family burned in the fucking fire.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's going to bring him back. If he brought him back once, he's going to bring him back again.
That which he traded for bringing his family back, he only had one of that.
Oh, no, I see where the confusion was coming from, Isa. Last time I mentioned my money, I said I had over 10k in platinum. What I meant is I had over 10,000 gold in platinum.
Okay. That explains some of it, at least. And the reason before that I didn't give it to him immediately is because I was worried he'd try to make a profit off of it, and I was trying to do a humanitarian thing, so I figured I would do it myself.
So, yes, we have a standing budget of currently 250,000 gold.
That's a
much.
hefty sum of money.
Fair amount.
Is it enough to fight a war? Probably
I
not, but
could contribute the whole 10 gold to the pot.
well, we could put it like this. We're not actually fighting a war. We're initiating a revolt. It's much less expensive. Really, all we will really need to worry about is helping to supply disenfranchised and disgruntled forces.
Oh, fuck, no. Isa,
What?
Alan,
You're saying my name. That makes me
Oh,
worry.
no.
we're the
What?
CIA. We've become the CIA.
Wait, what? Say
With
that
that
again?
line you just said, we have become the CIA of Aes'Taldon. All we are doing is funding disfranchised.
Okay, I need to put this audiobook down. I think I've taken it too far. We are simply helping to bolster and fund disenfranchised forces and disgruntled citizens to be convinced that they could fight the war themselves. We'll save as much money as we can and use it where it's really needed.
There's not very much organization in this land to quite pull off something like that, but
That's
in
why we
small
need a
doses.
catalyst. That's why we need a catalyst. Little acts of heroism, anonymous attacks on small forward camps for the church. Get people inspired. We'll be able to rally some of the local forces that are less than happy with the current situation. We grow that. We take that same energy. We go straight to penance. We try to incite as much revolt there as possible, because I'm sure it's pretty rife with second class citizens.
That's going to be the same as fighting an uphill battle. You're probably going to lose that one. People can only be downtrodden so much before they just finally entirely give up. Penance is going to be the worst place to try to incite any kind of revolt, unless we already have concrete proof that nearly every other place is revolting as well.
That's why we need to weaken and cripple their forces here in Aes'Taldon while we can.
And even with all of that, isn't the whole point of the church that their faith keeps them going? That they believe in all of that?
Correct.
Isn't that the case? If we can't break that.
No, not the ones who avidly fight for the church. No. Those will more than likely just have to kill. So if we do liberate some of these camps, I know of an excellent way to draw more of the church's attention to that location.
Arthas, I've been wondering something. Are there any religious holidays or anything that we could use against them?
ODM.
Yes.
I'd like to phone a friend. I'd like to call the DM.
What's up?
Fend was asking, are there any religious holidays that we could use against the church?
Let's see. Let's look at the calendar. You guys should have access to it unless I deleted it. I don't know.
Oh dear.
Hi. Can you not?
No.
You know, the calendar does show up at the start of every session, but I just close it and I don't know how to open it back up again.
That's spicy.
Oh yeah. So
Something,
if you look over where
there it
the
is.
open journal is, you'll see the calendar of Aes'Taldon. You guys, you probably never ever looked at it ever, but it's there.
What you mean by that?
Once.
What you trying to say?
You guys started AT during the month of Mumonet, which is basically
80
February.
sessions, and I'm only just learning that there's only 11 months in Aes'Taldon.
Yeah,
326 days.
yeah.
It was brought up once before. One.
We just finished Deception. We are in Shais, which is the harvest month. So the harvest festival will be happening soon.
But is there a something of religious import just to them?
To the church?
Yeah.
They celebrate the same things.
Okay. Well, if we attack during one of their celebrations, we might be able to get them while their guard's down. Or maybe they'll be focused on worrying about internal strife.
That could work.
It's a possibility. It's much more of a likely possibility at some of these smaller encampments or outlying areas. None of the major cities. They'll more than likely increase their presence during these times in some of the major cities.
And what about... So what if we start these riots or this rebellion in the outskirts, and when they send out troops from the major cities, maybe we can sweep in from behind and attack the capital?
Then are you saying this by like just laying like just on that
Mhm.
rug?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
You know
okay.
me.
I just wanted to know.
I
I
just
can imagine him on
laid
his
back,
stomach,
He's
like with
probably
his
like,
feet just kind of swishing.
just
yeah.
kicking. Like, what if we did this?
Guys. No, actually, he's got his arms like crossed, and he's just like laying, looking up. You know how you sit there, you'd be looking up at the stars or something. He's just looking up at the ceiling. He's like in his thoughts, and he's like, "Oh, what about
I'm not
this?"
gonna lie, I imagined him just laying on his side in the French girl pose.
I mean, he's
And-
nearly Burt Reynoldsing it on top of the bearskin rug.
Maybe I
He's
can
got to be very careful. He doesn't want anybody to jump down there on the rug with him.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna prestidigitation just to make little sparks fly around him every so often.
I'll go ahead and cast Druid Crafts to make little fireflies appear around him as well, I suppose.
Make it look super magical.
But just behind him, so he doesn't actually see.
Yeah. What about doing that? Do you think we could? Because I know Penance is somewhat close to the coast, and there's a major river. We could go up the delta in a ship. If we did it at night, maybe we could make the trip up the delta within.
We have clarified that the space between Aes'Taldon and Penance Island is not big enough for a ship.
Mm-hmm.
You can get like small boats, but you actually can't get a ship up there.
I know somebody who could sail, but if it's not that big, what's the point?
Well, even if it's a smaller area, they're most likely not going to send a larger force out. They'll still send a somewhat small force, believing that would be sufficient enough to quell it.
You're talking about the space between like Lido and Berksley, that
Basically the channel between Aes'Taldon
the channel, yeah.
and
Yeah.
Penance Island, that gap of water, it's not big enough for a ship.
I was actually not thinking about that. I was thinking about so starting things on that side around like the smaller settlements that they were talking about, but then having maybe us leave from something along the coast between Veritas and Rarick Docks, and then sailing around and coming back and hitting Penance from behind.
What do you mean coming back? You want to go all the way around to go up to Kara's Vale and then come back down?
No, I want to leave from where, like, Luton is. Let's say we left from Luton, because I know Rarick Dock is currently taken over by the church. But let's say we left from, like, near Luton, and we went around the bottom past Siren's Cove, and then came up from behind Penance.
That's what I said.
Yeah, the way you said it the other way is like Kara's Vale. It's like, we're not going through the channel. I'm talking about going around the other way. But there's a major river tributary that leads to that center lake. And I was like, that'd be a perfect opportunity to go up that to get to Penance.
And you think they don't control the river?
Well, hopefully we would be able to, while they're distracted with this, make it through in time. If not, then maybe we could find somewhere else along their coast to set in and come from behind.
Going by sea is probably going to be much more arduous and time-consuming than some other attempts. If we try to make it to Penance, at least.
Right, can I just ask a question here? I'm not saying your plan's bad, right? But if we're gonna go in by sea, why the fuck are we looking for an airship?
We don't even know if the airship flies.
We don't know if we could even get the airship into Penance or anywhere in the region.
On that, Noman's actually gonna think maybe I could look at the place specifically with this.
What do you mean?
Let's see. How long does it actually take to cast? For
Depends.
scrying?
10
10 minutes. Ugh. I might be able to look at the ship. I don't, at least part of it. Before we get there, that will cut down on some of the questions about it.
The other thing is when you say ship, does it look like a ship that we would recognize?
Not quite. No. It is quite different.
Oh. So I was originally thinking, pretend it's a normal ship. Then once again, we could get close enough to it that then we could fly in at night. It'd be a lot harder to spot, especially on, I don't know, let's say like a new moon.
They would obviously not be expecting anything like that from air, then sure.
Arthos, do they have anything for fighting dragons or anything? Like some sort of anti-air ballista?
As
OD
far as
hero.
I'm aware, no.
I thought I was about to hear
like
OD.
that there.
They've never had to deal with dragons or any of the like?
Not as far as I can remember, no.
Huh. Well, maybe we can fly directly in.
That can be changed quite handily.
Dragons haven't been seen in Penance for 50, 100, couple of 100 years.
Imagine the fucking surprise when we show up with 2 and an airship.
Well, say we fly in with the airship. Then what? We just become one big target, and we have to get close enough to the ground to be effective. Which means that we're close enough for them to be effective.
There's only so many things we can throw at them from a distance. And for those of us...
Most of what Penance will have is bows and arrows and spells that can be slung within a certain distance.
Well, as long as we stay outside of that range, then we should be fine.
Then what are we supposed to do while we're outside of that range?
Well, if we are above them, that means we can just use gravity.
We don't even know the capabilities of this airship yet, to be fair.
I'm pretty sure it can lift boulders.
So we grab a few boulders and drop them, and then what? We drop a few boulders.
Listen,
it doesn't really do any damage.
At this point, we're doubling down when we haven't even seen our hand. We need to focus on gathering what we have first, and then we can make a plan.
Agreed, and we have to
It's
start somewhere.
It's no good saying, oh, we can fly to Penance, oh, we can take the boat, oh, we can teleport there. We don't know what we have for when we get there, or to cause any of these distractions. We could just have us. There is no guarantee that the orcs at Bancraig are still there. There is no guarantee the dwarves will help us. There is no guarantee that Wilhelm has friends in Grimhella who can rise the elves up against the church, or has money to spend to help us get mercenaries. There is no guarantee the airship works. There is no guarantee that the river is safe. There is no guarantee we can teleport. We have nothing until it is concrete. All we have is us in this room, a Banog, a gold dragon, and an airship that may be functional. We gather what we have, and then we plan. Or we are doomed to fail.
That I can agree with.
Agreed.
Oh, on that note, we definitely need to contact Wilhelm and see if he has anybody in the church with information.
Feel there's a few messages for him to have to respond to. Might just be easier if we can catch him in person at that point.
Do we know where he's going to be? Because I don't think he's still going to be at the burnout house.
Don't recall what he might have said. Where he was heading.
We can always find him. Teleportation doesn't only work with magic circles.
Oh. I've never understood the more advanced magic, so I had no clue.
It's about 80% science, math, and 20% feel it out.
15% skill. Oh boy.
Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my mic is on the fucking fritz.
Eesh. Terrible.
But I mean, so far we know that we need to head north, check out this Ben Crag. He like tries to go through the name. And then we need to go to a temple and check out the airship. Are we all splitting up from here, or?
Do we know exactly where this supposed airship is?
So far only that it is near Kartag's temple.
And I'd recommend we don't split up. We can go to Ben Craig first, and then go to the temple after.
While you guys are looking for the airship, I'll head into my temple, and I'll see if there's anything in there that can help. If I'm very lucky, I might be able to persuade the dragon in there. He has a name. I'll remember it in about 3 seconds.
1, 2,
2, 3.
3. Crunch.
What was the dragon's name? The world may never know.
When you've been around as long as I have, all the names mixed together. But that one is called Eldriat.
That is what it was, yes.
And maybe we can have a little bit of a chat.
Preferably this time without trying to attack him.
Oh, we shouldn't have to worry about that one. Though there is every possibility that they'll say no and tell me to fuck off.
Well, I suppose we'll know when we get there.
For now, we ride for Ban Craig, and we pray that my followers still live. Now, don't be alarmed. I assure you, they are all orcs in my eyes, but there may be a few humans and a few elves there. You know what it's like being a demigod. You have followers from all different shapes and sizes, but you love them all equally.
No, we don't know what it means to be a demigod, Kartak.
No, not really.
Well, son, with that staff and that power you're gathering, you might get there one day, that's all I'm gonna say. And you, Arthas, the Grand Prophet, I'm sure you have some idea of what it feels like.
Mm.
Extraordinarily tiring. But for
Yeah,
now,
that's a very apt description.
I've
Which is
prepared
also-
some of my special soup. If Mr. Incognito has not eaten it all already.
You know, that
It's
makes
been
me wonder
cooking
about something.
overnight, so it's either done or it's burnt. That's the fun of it.
Probably
You
burnt.
don't know until you taste it, because it looks the same either way.
So Noman's gonna telepathically reach out to Eros and be like, "Are we able to go back into that place again?"
Yeah. I can do that.
If there's
look
going to
over
be food.
I look over at Kartok because I still feel bad. Do you? It's and he was totally like falling asleep, like leaning against Arthos. and I was like,
You got a taste of that white bean, got the itis.
no. It's a very innocent relationship. Sorry, I'm not you, Isa.
What is that supposed to mean?
You know what that means. I read your book.
No, stop.
Oh, do you want me to keep going?
No.
Okay. Kartok, do you mind if I bring a house within your house? I'm going to take your silence as acceptance if you don't.
Going once. Going twice. And give me my study room, please.
Okay. Give me a minute. Let me find a nice place to put the door.
Right next to the fireplace.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
Oh my god, like just inside the fireplace, so you have to like jump through it.
I could totally do that.
Does this look like fucking
You know,
Harry
I
Potter
could put
to you?
it like right
without the
in
flea
front of the
powder.
fireplace. Yeah. Sure. I will cast Magnificent Mansion.
If
On
you
the suite.
put a door in front of my fireplace, I'm grabbing you and I'm tying you to the outside of the bannog.
Oh. But you won't see it. It's an invisible door. Okay.
If it is open, right? Or
You know, I
we
just
can
thought
see
about
it if it's
something.
open.
If you put it in front of the fireplace, does it block the heat from coming into the room? Does the smoke go through the doorway into your little, like, into your
Smoke
own
that
little
bitch out.
area?
Good job, Eros. You put the door to your mansion in front of the fireplace, and now you all have carbon
didn't-
monoxide
What
poisoning.
did, I didn't even. Oh my god. I hate all of
Take
you.
your 2d6 poison damage like a champ.
Instead of putting a regular door in, they make it a trap door. So it's just a hole in the floor and they just jump through. I'm not dealing with y'all.
I'm gonna cast it over here. Quietly.
No one's going to be doing some spell casting of his own while all of that is going on.
Yes. Noman.
Mm.
Your first roll.
Yes,
Nothing. You can't recall anything.
that is fair.
The second one, as you're trying to recall this, you start to think about that voice and the history obviously behind it, and then you start to realize, I've heard this voice before. I don't know who it is, but this person has addressed me numerous times during this entire event. The last time you heard from them that you can recall it being in Frostford when you were interrogating one of the triplet brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And you very unceremoniously disintegrated him.
So that
He's got an addiction to that spell.
it comes in handy. Right. So that voice, right, the voice that was coming from the triplet brother, that's the one that you're talking about.
Yes.
Or was it after? Okay. And right, so it's a voice I've recognized, but I can't remember whose it is. Does it feel like I knew them here or before?
That voice, you weren't able to place it before. You recognized it, but it was kind of like a fading memory. Now that you're thinking about your intended task, thinking back on it, that voice kind of pops into your head again. And now you recognize that voice as being that particular person.
Cool. Cool. See, how would I? Screw it. No one's gonna see if he can scry on that voice or on that person that he trying to connect to that. Let me see if I can. see. Where's the spell? There it is. He's going to try to cast Scrying and see if it points him anywhere. I think, speaking out of the actual, what you call it, it's I think it has to be the same plane, right? So, not sure if anything happens.
You scry. Almost immediately you're hit with an image in your head. You see dark walls. Looks like it's stone carvings. You feel for a very, very brief moment cold air. You see, looks like somebody's looking off to the side. And there's this room made of ice. And then everything goes black. I need you to make a wisdom save, please.
Okay. Could be worse. 16.
You feel as if you're being shunted out. And in your head, you hear just, we don't do that now, do we, Noman?
And then that's it.
Yes.
Cool. And you said, like stonework and ice?
Yes.
Or just that it seemed cold? Okay.
You can roll me a history check if you want.
Okay.
You don't know shit.
Damn.
I don't want.
Damn, you know shit.
I know nothing. Noman Bright.
That was such a shock
Uh-huh.
that you're not able to kind of comprehend what just happened.
I need food. Is the
Yes. If you there, stands next to the door.
It's kind of awkwardly just like,
to be much appreciated. Thank you.
Sure. Everyone in. Everyone wants food. It's, inside. Not that it's not out here too. Those who are hungry.
I need the inspiration of that room. That's what you had. It was very nice.
Yeah. I nudge the door open and try to usher anybody who wants food inside. I do not look at Kartok.
so you all just kind of continue discussing, eating, relaxing. And Kartog, you hear the Banog kind of groan very loudly.
He will immediately leave the fortress, go out to the small little perch resting just between the Bannock's shoulder blades, and like, what's wrong, girl? What do you see?
You can see from where you're probably a good 30 minutes from Bancraig now, and you can see that the place is ablaze.
Does it look recent?
Yes.
Wait. Move steady. We continue.
And it kind of slows its gait a bit, but then continues. By the time you reach Bancraig, you can see that there are plenty of orcs and humans, elves. There's even a couple dwarves. They're all kind of gathered outside of the town. And they see you and the Banog, and they start to kind of shout your name.
I'm gonna use my 40 foot of rope that we all have, and we never use, to rappel down from the Bannog's back and onto the ground.
That's how I know you don't use it, because it's supposed to be 50 foot of rope.
I was just thinking that exact thing. I was like,
That's how I know you don't use that shit.
I don't even think he ever looked at it now. He's like, rope.
Why you trying to call everybody else out?
But yeah, so you make your way down. You see the others that are there. They all kind of approach you. You see a couple of them like reaching out to touch you. You see them all like reaching out, kind of touching your arm, you know, praising you. And then you see, appears to be one of the shaman. It's an older man. He makes his way up towards you. Great Kartog, it's a blessing to have you here.
What happened here?
It was members of the church. They attacked us. We killed what we could. And he shows kind of a pile of bodies. There's roughly about 20 of them there. But you also see mixed in with them a couple of their own.
This is not our first attack, is it?
No, we've been attacked at least once or twice a month.
You ride with me now. The time has come, my children, my friends, my devout followers on this plane. The time of reckoning for the Church of Iron and their false gods is nigh. You will ride with us. Come, there is plentiful room upon my trusty steed. You will find the quarters cold and unbearing, but you will find them safe. This, I promise you. There is room to train, room to make merry, room to enjoy yourselves. And when the time comes, we will crash down on penance like a iron striking a hot steel blade.
And they all begin to cheer, chanting your name.
What of
Even-
the others? Is this all that is left?
You can see what's left here. There's probably a good 60. The shaman kind of gestures towards the north. Okay. A lot of them have fled. They've gone back north, hidden in the snow in the towns. Some of them have decided to take the pilgrimage to your temple.
How many people comfortably can my banner hold?
Your Banog, each room can hold 48. So the 2 rooms downstairs can hold 96 people. And obviously wherever else you decide to place them on the 1st and 2nd floor. So as you can see, the fortress itself is very large. It can hold well over 200.
Okay.
But that would be cramming. This is more or less just a traveling militia.
Right. Well, I'm gonna offer you all a choice. Those who wish to ride with me, you're welcome to. Those who wish to stay, I charge you with going north, finding the holdouts. The north is important. It will remain to be important. You, Dwarfkin, speak with me.
The man kind of approaches. Hi, what can I help you with?
Kartag will kneel down to his pipe. Your people, do they still reside in the mountains?
Aye, they do.
They're looking for a good fight?
When are they not?
They're looking to get paid?
I mean, money's money, but we don't really care for that.
Good fight it is. Your people, help us get the church out the north when the time comes. I'll give you Crystal's Veil.
And you see him kind of raise a brow. Are you planning to take over all of Aes'Taldon?
No. No, Aes'Taldon will remain free. I'm planning on getting the church out of here. Because by the looks of it, they are looking to take over Aes'Taldon. And no one group should have an entire continent to themselves. You help us get the church out north. You keep the mountains. Crystal's Veil will be open to your people. Tentative truce between the orcs and the dwarves will keep things running nice and smooth up here for any of the soft folk down south who want to visit. I'm fairly sure Fair enough motivation. It's not like the church hasn't had your people in chains either.
And he's kind of quiet. You see he's thinking. And then he kind of nods. Sounds good with me.
Right, do me a favor then. No, I forgot. You dwarves run by a king, a council. It's been a really long time.
It's a council.
Do me a favor. Head back to the capital. Inform the council that I personally would like to meet with one of our envoys at my temple. It's not too far away from the mountains, so I'm sure you've got a hill that leads there. I'll be there in a couple of days. I just have a few things to clean up before we go there. I'll be waiting for them at the teleportation circle. From there, we will discuss moving forward. It's been far too long since the dwarves have shown their face in the north. Outside of chains, last time I was here, your people were being led through the streets like cattle, and I did not have a very well taste for it. I would rather see you walk freely among these lands once more.
He nods again. I will make sure to reach out to them. Is there a time limit? When do we need to meet you by?
How long will it take for us to get to the temple if we don't have any delays? Like
no
couple of days?
delays on the Banog. You're looking at about a week.
Call it a week's time at the temple. Give or take a day or two.
Understood.
Much appreciated. Is there anything I can do for you to make your troubles a bit lighter?
No, we can handle ourselves just fine. Thank you.
No worries. Rest of you, make a choice. Up in the Banog and we ride to the temple, or north, gather anyone who still wants to fight.
You see the orcs and the others kind of converge, discuss with themselves. And you can see that about 10 of them separate. We're going to head north. We're going to go and find the others. Bring them to the temple. The others that hung off to the side, the last 50, basically would start to make their way towards the Banog.
Yeah, I have an effect in my sheet that's just called purple, and I'm fairly sure it's from the Arachnus event.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll, sort of like motion for the people going towards the Bannog to rise it, and then to the 10 who stay behind, I'll go around and give them all, quote, Kartak's personal blessing, which is basically just him patting them on the shoulder and saying good luck.
Oh my god. His bardic inspiration.
So those that have decided to head out with you offering your blessing to them, they feel complete. Essentially, they feel like this was their calling, this is their duty, blah blah blah. And they all
Which one of them seems to be like the leader of the group, like the biggest and the strongest?
you see that it is another orc male. It's kind of older. He has one eye. He has an eye patch on it.
I'm gonna go ahead and give him the storm drum from my inventory. The drum that conjures storm clouds and lightning.
I thought that thing was long gone by now.
No.
Holy hell.
The last time he used it, he was in the fucking tavern.
Right. Listen, mate. Here's this. If you hit it, it's gonna make a storm cloud, and then the storm cloud's gonna drop lightning. If you get in a situation where there's a lot of members of the church, or like a pack of wolves, or some other bullshit, just whack the drum, and Grum shall take care of the rest.
You see he takes it and kind of just smiles a little bit.
Go ahead and give it a shot. The buildings over there are fucked anyway.
Alright, fine by me. And
Bonus points if you hit one of the church members in the corpse pile.
he holds it under his arm and starts to bang on it. The storm clouds start to gather and it starts to shoot lightning wildly. It takes him a moment to kind of figure out how to work this thing, but eventually he does manage to hit one of the houses. And you see, he just, again, very big, toothy grin, just, man, I wish I had this when I was traveling when I was younger. Thank you.
No problem, mate. You've got it now. Enjoy it.
And he kind of looks amongst the others and back to you, Kartog, and I hope you don't mind, can we tell you our names so you can remember it should we pass?
Tell you what, you tell me your names. If you do end up passing, I'll put them in a good word with the man upstairs. You might follow me, but Grumsh is still the all-father of our kind. And knowing that you did died in service to me, that'll get you a real good fight up there.
And he nods. All of them just kind of getting a little more excited about this. And they all kind of line up at this point to speak, saying their names. And you hear, my name is Gurat. My name is Yasin. My name is Borgo. I'm going to be putting all their names in the thing for you. My name is Dulvrog. My name is Rolha. Garaz. Hello, where are you? There you go. Drogdu. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's my last 3 people? There you are. Lagar. Goron. And Girl. And they all just kind of thank you as they gather their...
Kartag points at Grull.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Yes.
Don't think I haven't fucking heard your prayers and seen what you've been doing. Good fucking work. If you aren't around by the time we get the pendants, I'm gonna be fucking pissed, alright?
I'll try my best.
But there's already a seat up there with grooms for you. Rest of you, you're gonna have to pull double time to get on his level. Off you go.
And they all nod. You see them gathering what little supplies they have, and they start to make their way out. The others, by this point, you see the majority of them have already made their way onto the Bannog itself.
Is the old shaman still down there?
Yes.
Kardag will offer him a hand to like climb onto his back so he can help him up. Come on, old timer. Up you go.
And he shakes his head. I'm not going. I'm going to stay here in case any of them decide to make their way this way.
Understood. You're in tune with the, pardon my, assumptions. You have a druidic look about you.
Yes, I am.
Then let the wild serve you well. I'll let you in on a secret. The North itself. It's far stronger than I could ever hope to imagine to be. If the church comes back, give him a little taste.
And he nods. Yes, I certainly will. Before you go, Great Kartag, please take this. And he removes one of the bracelets, the beaded bracelets on his arm. He places it on your wrist. Consider it a gift from the wild and I.
He'll nod his head and accept it gracefully.
And yeah, that's it for that. I'm gonna message you what it is.
Thank you very much. Oh, I have another thing in my inventory I can give this dude. Kartag will rummage into his bag and take out a duo of fairly inconspicuous bottles. Right, old timer. Gift for a gift. Take this. It's a potion. I hear if you mix the two together and drink it down, It'll completely conceal your aura. You won't be able to be seen by any spells or magic that senses beings. You won't be able to be scryed upon. You won't be able to be detected by magic.
That is most
An
certainly
unconventional gift, yeah.
something. Yes.
But if it comes down to it and the church come back and you're the only person here, swig that down, find somewhere good to hide, and drop the fucking mountain on them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, so what are the rest of you doing?
Oh god.
Eating food. Hopefully.
Yeah, I was gonna say, eating dinner.
Hopefully.
None of us had any idea that he went out, right? Because we
We were
went
already
into the,
inside the
Yeah.
mansion when he left.
yeah.
Yeah.
As we're eating, I'm gonna look at. Oh god, wishy. And do you use a sword? Yeah, right. Then uses a sword, right?
Yeah, obviously.
I forgot. I'm really tired. I'm sorry.
All I know is that you couldn't get hit. That's the only thing I remember.
It's been a stressful few days, okay?
I'm sorry.
I almost died. Rakdos tried to cut me in half.
It's been a stressful day. I have one that I don't use. That I would like to keep on me, but and Arthos is very good at, the whole sword cutting thing. Oh my god, how do I want to say this? Either way I say this, it's going to sound terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hold on. What way does this not sound
Have
like
you
an
ever
innuendo?
Have you ever heard the books called Sword Love?
Bruh.
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 I was just wondering if you could maybe throw some practice with me.
I was actually going to ask the same for anyone in particular.
Have a little sword practice.
I'm not all
Sorry?
that great with weapons. I figured now's as good a time as any to get used to them.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind helping you guys train. I mean, it's the one thing I've mastered. So
I'll pitch in if I need to.
I'd actually rather Arthos teach me. I know what he can do.
I was pretty sure Eros would prefer that Arthos if I double.
Trying to say
He
then?
can't
Do you
even
want
get it
to-
out.
Do you want to say something, then?
Yeah, I was pretty sure.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen,
say it.
Eros,
Say it.
listen, Eros and Arthos can cross swords at another date in another room. Right now, we're training.
I'm sorry, can you explain that reference to me? I don't really understand it. That's not like something that we say in where I grew up.
Oh, my
Flip
sword's
to
big.
page
Oh, no,
232 of the Sword Love trilogy.
Oh my god. Actually, it's 250.
Okay.
Actually, it's
That's where
256 of
Eisen
book
makes
3.
a note. What was the note that Isa made on page 114? Hold on.
Fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Made a note in what?
That chapter's called "Polishing His Sword."
Oh,
You are
Isa and I are
you are
starting a book club if you would like to see the clip notes.
you are not going to punish my character with my out of character bullshit. Don't do that.
I would never. Not in a million years.
These jokes are rated E for everyone, and they're out of character, man. You need to calm yourself.
E stands for explicit, we all know.
Yeah, Eris, I don't mind tag teaming your trading with Arthos.
I don't know how I feel about that phrasing either. You know, I don't like any of this.
Yeah.
I am. Oh my god.
I can help you practice.
Slowly hide behind Arthos because it's safe there.
I need to put some fucking Vicks on my chest after that.
You could say no if you want, it's fine.
Is that the normal position for you too?
Oh my god.
You're never
No.
safe. But no.
Why are you?
I
Why are you
don't
behind
want to
Arthos?
practice with you anymore.
I thought you were the bottom.
No,
I hate
Arthos is a
that.
power bottom.
Oh.
It's canon now. It's been said. I'm just kidding.
You are too obsessed.
But no, for real, I Finn definitely would not mind helping you practice. Either of you.
Arthos can help, and Norman, do you want to maybe pull in a little bit of practice? I don't think I've ever seen Norman use a weapon, though.
Noman's like, I'm a space pirate.
I'm
Gosh.
not much for fighting with swords and such.
Or
I've thrown a dagger or two.
Maybe
It's
good
been
learning curve.
It's been a bit since I've held a true blade.
I don't think there's ever been a moment where I've seen him in front of an enemy.
Session 1, orc.
I
He
wasn't
learned
there.
very
Getting
quickly
smacked.
that, and he learned very quickly that's not where he wants to be.
That's not where he wants to be.
Goodness.
I can at least watch. Might be able to pick up some pointers.
Give me moral support. Could use that.
Sure.
I've heard you can learn a lot from watching swordplay.
My god. So is there... Can I leave?
Funny enough, I
Stand up.
actually, if it'll help, and digs in his bag, I actually found this this handy dandy little manual, something about fencing styles. I never got a chance to give it a read, but maybe it would help you a bit better. Hand it over to Eros.
So, just figure it's good for close contact situations. And when I run out of options, I don't really plan on being that close to anything, but if something gets that close to me, I like the option to stab it. I'm gonna pick up these cut up potatoes that look like they were fried in some type of fat and just start eating them.
Those are excellent.
Delicacy.
after we finish eating, I suppose we can get started on that post haste.
Norman, did you look in on your place?
Ah, I'd forgotten. I can do that next, yes. I'll have to leave this, but
Oh, you can do that in
I
here?
should check it. I think I have to be in the same place.
Oh, because this is a pocket dimension.
Uh-huh. Let me try that.
Who did you look in on before?
Hmm?
Didn't you look in on somebody else before? Did we not know that?
He was just kind of quiet for a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, let me think. Let me try and do that. Got a bit distracted earlier. Food does me well, though. And
Are
he'll
you satiated?
quite, yes. And he'll head on out and see if he can try to scry at least at the helm of his ship.
Okay.
Say, do I cast a spell with a what'd you call it, or points? I'll do points. So he tries again. Did it do it? Okay, it did. Yeah. Oops. So, yeah. So he can choose the location, and he's quite familiar with the helm area. Hoping he sees something.
And you are trying to scry where specifically?
The helm area of the nomenclature.
All right. So you you try to scry on the helm area of the nomenclature, and you don't see anything. It's pretty dark in there. You kind of see faint, looks like ice kind of forming inside of the ship as well.
Duh. Let's see.
You can hear what sounds like dripping water.
Close up or like a fair distance?
A fair distance, like it's above you.
And otherwise, just very, very, very dark. No kind of like even glimpses of light that peeks through.
Nope, nothing.
He'll give it maybe at least 5 minutes worth before cutting out, see if there's any changes of sounds besides the dripping. Before ending the spell.
Roll me perception.
Okay. Be real nice if this was nice. Or not. Yep, that's fair. Do I want to use points? Ah! No, I don't have enough.
You feel like you might have caught something that was different to the dripping water, but it kind of blended in, so you're not entirely certain. Could have just been an echo.
Cool. Okay. Well, so much for that. And when I was exiting and doing all that, did I see all of the people start to file in?
Yes, you see
Okay.
people. Are you still in the house?
Yeah, it would have been like basically where we were sitting, coming out and sitting over where he was before.
Okay. Yeah, at this point you hear voices and you can see people kind of making their way up, and you see it's a majority of them are orcs, but a variety of races, and they all seem to kind of just be like in awe as they're kind of wandering around looking at everything.
Let's see. Noman would head over or try to like head to where they were coming from and see if he can find Kartek. So probably heading outside. If he's not already made his way in.
By the time you head out, you would see the shaman and Kartok passing something to one another.
And all of the wonderful place aflame. Okay. He won't interrupt anything. He'll just wait for Kartek to come up.
I think as soon as that, like, handing over of items was complete, and a little pat on the shoulder and good luck, Kartag would have climbed back up the rope as most likely the last person to do so. And then collected the rope and directed the Bannock to continue, but, you know, not knock over the town. And then said hi to Norman.
We seem to have found some people. What's happened?
Just one or two. I've potentially managed to gain audience with the Dwarven Council in the mountains. They're going to meet us at our temple in a week. That means no stops, no distractions.
Best we make our way there then.
I have a group heading north to look for more stragglers, led by a fairly seasoned adventurer. If they find anyone, they'll head back to the temple as well. For now, these people are going to be staying with us. We are going to train them, and when the time comes, they're going to take the north back. Along with the dwarves. We will have a foothold here. Somewhere to plan our next moves. But for now, we go and find your ship. What are the others doing?
We had just finished eating a bit, and
Oh, did you try my stew?
yes, it was lovely.
Bitch, roll deception.
Oh,
Come on, you fucking dice. Roll well at least once tonight, please. Please, come on. Jesus.
DM, can I use points to lower that?
No, 'cause you're not there. Damn.
No way. So it didn't matter if you rolled well.
Oh my
The
god.
curse is back in full swing.
The curse is back in full swing.
Oh god.
Oh, you did. Wonderful. I can go and prepare you an extra serving if you'd like.
I think we have many more guests that'll
Are you sure?
looks to
I
need
can
more.
put some more squibbler flakes in it. It'll make it taste extra good.
That'll be okay. I don't need that much.
If you're sure. I mean, you did just say you really liked it, and you know, you could always make some more if you're still feeling hungry.
I'm fine for now, but I appreciate it. Many more people to here to assist.
True. Okay. But yes, we have around about 49 people in here with us. It's not the biggest force, but 49 people.
It's a start.
It's a start. It's enough to harry the church here. And there might be more coming, and if the whole dwarf situation goes well, there's an entire kingdom of them in the mountains.
Let's let the others know.
Let's go.
I'm sure it'll be amusing that the two of us just disappear into a random doorway of light or something with all of those people, any of the ones that are in that room.
Noman, how was your contact?
It was as expected. Cold place, icy. Unfortunately, I couldn't see much. It still exists, but there's that. Don't think I heard anything. Can't make out exactly where it is, but ought to be close enough to the temple, given the coldness.
Should we get cold gear? I think that was the other.
I've got the scarf. I'm fine.
Okay. Good to know.
It's like, you weirdo. Scar's not gonna protect you, but whatever.
I don't remember who else had a scarf.
Not Isaac, because he gave it to Tedric.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What does the scarf do?
It magically protects you from cold weather.
Okay, it's not just like a regular grandma knitted scarf.
Do you think that this group as a collective is capable of that amount of sentiment?
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like Kartag would, have a great, like, hand-knitted scarf. Maybe Thend.
What do you think then?
I can absolutely assure you, I do not have a handmade knitted scarf.
Oh. We could find you one. It's okay.
I have a cape that I made out of a ebony black bear, bugbear, bear, owl bear thing that I found. It was disgusting and I killed it.
Oh. Well, I don't really have anything that does the whole worm thing.
It was like a bear chimera. It was every bear mixed into one. It was. I don't like thinking about it.
Sounds terrifying.
So I might have garnered a peace with the dwarves, and they might be willing to help us drive the church out of the north.
There's a few more people.
Speaking of people, there are people in the Bannock now. Please be nice to them.
Right, would you like to explain that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fucking fortress. I need people to man the fortress.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, what was the...
Why do you think we came to Bancraig?
No, obviously, I'm saying, was there any pretense to them coming here and us not going out for any reason?
You guys were in there. I don't want to disturb you.
No, I'm not saying you were going to disturb us or anything. I just didn't know if there's...
you can come outside. It's on fire, but you can come take a
It's...
look.
Excuse me? Walks past him.
We should have mentioned that, yes.
I'm gonna go and look too.
Oh yeah,
Walk.
so you all just kind of appearing out of nowhere.
Arthos is gonna follow arrows.
Those who saw Kartag and Noman disappear into nothing are now freaking out. You see them essentially running around where the door is and kind of like reaching behind it, trying to figure out how this works, but
Magic! And I put my hand out and a bunch of confetti pops up.
Presto.
Some prestidigitation.
Ejectocito, cuz.
and they just kind of nod in acceptance. You know they have no idea what you mean, but they just nod.
Magic is weird.
When you head outside, when you head outside, you see that essentially everything is on fire. The town itself is ablaze. You see that the town is behind you now because the Bancraig has been walking. Or not the Bancraig, the Banog.
I would be terrified if the town was walking.
The town got up.
The town just got up and left. What?
Little did you know, you missed this part of the lore. The entire town is built on the back of a giant turtle.
Yep.
Everybody look out, Bobby.
An even bigger banner.
But yeah, so you are all on the Banog. You can see that the town is behind you, and it is on fire.
I was going to send an immediate sending to Sortiara. Do not send your representative to... I almost said Burnt Krieg. What's...
Technically,
It's burnt now.
what's the name of this
Sorry.
place? What's the fucking name of this?
Bancraig.
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 What's it? Burnt Krieg?
Burn Craig.
Dirt name.
In the sending, he says, "Do not send your representative to Burnt Craig." I did not do. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it on purpose. I don't. Do not send your representative to Bancraig. Town attacked raised to ground, will contact with more details.
Is that it?
Yes.
You hear. Understood. Reaching out to Lifa now. Hopefully, we can band together.
Let me just put a pause real quick right here and just explain that for some reason in my mind it never clicked that Sortiar and Lifa could actually like coexist and talk to each other. I no, it's like I thought like it's like I know they're clones and they definitely could, and there's no reason they shouldn't. It just for some reason my mom has never made sense for them to.
Alright.
Double vision.
Double clone power hour.
That's what they call it.
Wait a second. Okay, wait, never mind. No, I'm not gonna say that on stream.
But yeah. Okay, that's weird. I'm going to send you the last bit of the message in private.
I just saw the fucking gift that Rocky. Fuck you.
And one's blonde and one's black haired.
Okay. Okay. All right. I will take that with pride. So, the meetup in Ben Craig is not going to be possible. But, I might have to. We'll see. Once the details are fixed, I'll give you guys updates on what's going to go on my side of things.
We know the position of the church right now.
Unfortunately, not. I don't believe. We need spy networks, something to get as much information as we can. Can't exactly travel all across the continent.
Judging by how recent that fire was, I'm assuming they're using Crystal's Vale as an outpost here in the north. So we should avoid that place like the bloody plague until we've got the forces to either take it, burn it to the ground, or at least do something against it. That could be our first target. From there we have a hold point. We can go left, we can go right, we can use the mountains. We have teleportation circles readily available.
Well, that's probably a good idea.
And we have nobody on the inside right now, right? Nobody.
Not that we know of.
Unfortunately, I think everyone we could have had in the inside, we might have accidentally killed.
Oh,
I don't know
great.
about accidentally, but
Was
Who
that
would
guy?
we have gotten accidentally?
Yeah.
Well, the one you killed was definitely not accidental, nobody.
What about that guy that was in the bathtub at the hotel tavern?
well, he's most
Which time?
definitely dead.
Oh, multiple times.
I can't remember whether I drowned him or not.
You see what I mean Eros, when I said before, there's a reason that me and the rest of the group kind of butted heads for a long time.
And regardless, I don't think he'd be willing to help us after I punched him in the mouth. A lot.
Yeah, that seems like it would cause a rift.
Mm.
Like, he wasn't friendly. He got out that bathtub and decided to start throwing hands in the fall, and like he was letting it all hang out.
Oh god.
And then he said, "Get up here and fight me." And then I fought him. That's as far as we got with that.
Okay.
DM, real quick, did the female twin ever, like, did the male twin ever say his twin's name before he got killed?
No.
Leaper's guards? Okay.
Just want to know what's going on so bad.
I mean, it's not relevant now. Just running through the options. Alright, so where should we go from here? We're gonna need somewhere that doesn't have a strong presence of the Church of Iron.
We need to go get Noman's ship.
Ooh, that's gonna be a lot of travel
Is that
before we
really
get
far
there.
away?
It is a week's time or so.
Shouldn't we start going that way at least?
We are already going that way.
Yeah. So, is there anywhere along the way?
I highly doubt it.
So, here's the thing. There might be things along the way, but the representative from the dwarves is meeting us there in exactly 7 days.
Oh,
If we are late, we might miss out on a sizable force in the mountains that can help us. The mountains are long, they are large, they span from the north all the way down to just north of Aes'Taldon. If we have a force in those mountains that is opposing the church, we cut off every line of contact from the south to the north. There is not a point from Aes'Taldon to Crystal's Vale where the church will be able to move without the threat of ambush from a dwarven force. That is the kind of security we need while we consolidate a plan.
and that is where we start.
So I guess we buckle down for a week until we get there.
We buckle down for a week. We do what we can from here. If you need to teleport out, there is a circle in the closet. If not, do what you need to do. You're all funny magic men, you can do just about anything you want.
If only that were true.
Close enough. I'll make sure the battle keeps going. I'll make sure everyone in here is fed and happy. You guys work on whatever you need to work on.
One thing that you might be able to help with, should you find time enough in the next coming week, Arthos and Thend are going to help us get some weapons training. I am not well versed with martial combat, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If I don't get the absolute best and toughest training that we can muster in a week, I'm going to get slaughtered at some point, and that is not optimal. So I need you to possibly help us with that.
I can do that.
And do not hold back. I do not break easily. I hope.
Oh, I break very easily, so please do very much
Yeah.
pull some of those punches.
Eros, with you, I'll be gentle. Isa with you.
Oh.
And Isa just slow turn looks to Eros.
Let me
sorry.
see here.
I might have just made a mistake.
Let me see here, boy. What are you wearing right now? Robes?
Some comfort-fitting clothing.
Clothes. By the time you're done with me in a week's time, you'll be wearing medium armor. I say medium armor because it's not exactly, flimsy leather shit, and it's not going to be plate mail. It's going to be scale mail, chain, that kind of thing. I will work your body until you are able to wear that without stumbling, falling, or complaining about the weight. I will train your hands until you are able to hold a weapon and swing it without whining that it is cumbersome or that you aren't strong enough. I will train your mind to use your body like you are a soldier, not a funny little wizard with a annoying staff. Eros, I'm just gonna throw a sword in your hand and then let you read the funny sword book. I haven't actually heard anything about it, but
I
if
know
it's
how
about swords, then it
I
should.
know how to hit things with the sword, you guys. I just want to make sure that I can I'm not going to die.
Like I said, just look into the
I am
fencing manual,
probably
yeah,
more trained than Isa.
more than likely.
At this point, Eros, all of you see Spook kind of materialize next to Isa.
Oh boy.
Spook moves towards you, Eros, and starts to kind of circle you from head to toe.
Hey,
Hi,
listen.
Spook.
And then it moves back to Isa.
What was Spook is whose?
Isa's familiar.
Was your familiar trying to intimidate me?
Did it work?
No.
Then probably not.
Are you
Negative.
sure?
I was not attempting to intimidate you. I am a witchlight.
Oh. What were you doing?
I was measuring you for your coffin.
I'm gonna take a break on that.
Dang.
One more thing. Like you three, he points at Noman, Isa, and Eros. Might find it handy. On the top of the tower, there's a circle. It's an orcish druidic circle. It's used to amplify the magic of our shamans. It might well work for your magic as well. Don't ask me how it works.
And
I don't do magic.
an
I make funny
amplifier
sounds
circle?
with my druid craft.
DM, would Isa have any knowledge about magic amplifying methods or circles like he's talking about?
Roll me Arcana.
Oh, I love when you say that.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. No one don't know shit.
I love being a little smart little bitch. Hey, that's still a 20.
Jeez.
You have heard of things that are able to amplify magic. You know that sorcerers actually have this ability.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that could be interesting to try to harness and make more accessible.
Just don't fucking break it, okay?
No way.
Trust me, when it comes to magic and medicine, I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Because you're a doctor? So, sorry. Isn't that his line? Doesn't he say that?
Yes, that's what he says. Oh, that's fine. Yes. Well, I will do a bit of study on that when I'm not getting my shit kicked in by Arthos and Kartag. So, let the week's training begin, I suppose.
No boy.
Oh boy.
I need to know what everybody is going to be training in specifically.
Let's get down to business.
My sword got deleted
Defeat
again.
the church.
It was
no.
there, and now it's gone.
Okay,
Damn it.
Isa.
Yes.
In regards to things, I've just changed my name to dash 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 dash. Give me 1 second.
What?
Okay.
I was holding my push to talk key and I accidentally clicked on my character name. In regards to things I can teach you simple weapons, martial weapons, light armor, medium armor, or shields.
Let's see. What's the highest that medium armor can give me? 15? Yeah.
Yes, but I'm fairly sure if I was going to teach you medium armor, I would have to teach you light armor as well.
You're probably right, actually. Now that I think about it. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm not a proficient in light armor.
And similarly with martial, I have a feeling that if I was going to teach you anything like martial weapons, I would have to teach you simple first.
I am proficient in simple weapons. Wait, no. I lied.
Daggers, darts, slings, quarterstaffs.
Mm-hmm.
So, probably starting with hand axes and the like. Yeah, we could start with simple weapons and go from there. I'd probably be the most on brand.
I mean, if Arthos is helping you out, I'm fairly sure he has proficiency in all armor.
I do.
So
Light, medium, heavy, shields.
It might be more beneficial for you to learn armor things if you wish from Arthos, and then I can teach you weapon things.
Ooh, I like that. That's probably a good idea.
Then can't you teach him something?
You could teach me that good old blade singing bullshit. We're both wizards, right?
I mean, maybe I
Double
could
major.
teach that. But
Could
I
teach
was
somebody how
also
to punch him in the face.
I was gonna say I could also teach him like the basic martial arts, because if he can teach him about wearing armor and basically any martial weapon, my martial weapons are focused. I only have select ones that I can use. I'm good with a longsword, a rapier. What's another martial weapon? Is a whip a martial weapon?
Yes.
Yes.
And a whip.
Yes.
Those are and the longbow. That's it. That's all I have. As for armor, you're kind of shit out of luck. I don't do armor, and I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I can teach blade singing, but I'm not.
I can
That is.
teach you how
I
to
think that is definitely a Swanee DM question.
I would
Would
allow
he
it, just because of the fact that your character was trained, so you would know basically the general gist of how to train somebody to blade sing.
Oh,
teach
heck
me
yeah!
teach me how to blade sing, bro.
Only if you teach me how to Dougie.
Eyes is black. You know he's the only one with rhythm in the fucking group.
No, actually,
I have a
That's
high
it.
for real.
performance, so
He dances like Bobby Brown. He sings like.
okay.
Yeah.
Dance off right now, Isa. Let's see.
All right, bet.
Watch Isa roll a nat 20, and then you get a 1.
Don't say that shit.
No,
So
I
funny.
actually. He actually sucks at performance. He only has a +2.
Come on. Come on. I want to see.
Ah, damn it.
Alright, fuck it. Why not? Let's go for it.
Random breakdown.
Oh,
Then
it was
it's
right
alright.
there.
It was right
Oh,
there.
man.
The next face
Oh
over.
my god!
Did you? Nobody.
Oh,
You were dancing. I was like, no, I'm not gonna beat you. The fuck?
I wish I had a +15 and something, dude.
It's only in performance, you guys.
Oh, you can dance better, but do you sound like Barry White?
Singing isn't my thing. I play the lyre.
That's fair.
Would you
But,
like me to sing you soft nothings,
No.
Isa? Are you sure?
Yeah, if Cardog is doing lessons, he's not doing like private one-to-one shit. He will be teaching anyone who wants to learn.
I imagine Karzai would be teaching everybody who came on board too. Just a
Yeah,
big old class.
They killed like 150 members of the church by themselves. I think they already know how to fight, but I wanted to, you know.
No, but like you can kill 150 members of the church by yourself, so maybe they could learn a thing or two.
Talk, Shang.
Yeah, that's kind of a fair point. That's sort of the idea I'm going with.
And if Karthag needs help, Arthur's can help him. Because Arthur's trained with the church and trained other inquisitors.
If you want to learn blade singing, I would not advise learning to wear heavier armor than light armor.
Okay, then I'll just learn. Yeah, I can just learn blade singing because I can use blade singing with my dagger.
Yeah, I think
One
that
thing
would
I
work.
will say, it could be beneficial if Arthur's taught basically everyone here who hasn't actively fought the church, like Eros, Fen, blah 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 blah.
Oh yeah, church
Maybe
tactics.
like church tactics.
Yeah, can we actually talk about that? Because...
Because like as a head paladin, he would probably have good knowledge of like the formations they use, the tactics they use, blah 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 blah.
Favored weapons, favored armor.
Are they going to kill us outright, or are they going to slowly murder us? This is a question.
Probably kill us outright.
It
At this
depends on
point.
depends on who's who. I would probably get murdered very slowly.
You would get murdered very slowly, yes.
Okay, how about no? Great.
No.
They were quite they were quite adamant about taking your knees the last time. That was the case.
Like physically removing your knees from your body, or like stabbing them so they just hurt?
Yes.
How much do I know about
The muffin man.
Lucius's fighting style?
The muffin man. What was it? Sorry, I got distracted with the muffin man.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I got distracted with the muffin man. I'm not kidding. Every time somebody says that, my brain goes, the muffin man.
You know the muffin man. I don't know the muffin man.
Oh
How
my
much-
god.
How much
She's
do I...
married to the Muffin Man.
The muffin man?
The muffin man.
How much do I know about Lucius's fighting style?
You know that Lucius was a defensive fighter.
Hmm.
You know, his movements weren't very fluid. He was more of a come at you fast and swing hard.
Basically, when he's in your face, he's going to hit you.
Well, that's easy enough to work with.
Don't get up close. Great. Got it.
He will be there before you can get back, probably, maybe. I don't know. It depends on how far you can run away.
At least for me, I can fly.
I won't have to worry about that. I hope he gets within reach.
Underestimate him. Don't underestimate anyone. Don't be stupid. This is my mantra for the next week.
I work better when I can get my hands on my enemy.
Hmm.
And maybe also your ally.
Don't do that.
Really?
Isaac just like shakes his like, don't do that. Not in the middle of literally everyone being here. Please take no.
So have you taken my advice yet?
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean taking you? Really? Right now?
Absolutely right now.
No, not right now. We hope.
And I lean against Darthos. I mean, I just want to know.
Advice?
Advice to what?
Look at Isaac.
You're digging yourself a hole.
I know. But it's a fun hole. No.
What did you know about that?
No. Let's just. I pick up my sword. I'm just gonna pick up my sword and try to fight Isa for a little bit.
Try, huh?
I'm gonna try to spar with Isa. That's what I'm gonna do.
I haven't even learned the Blade song yet. All right, sure. We can spar. I don't know how well it's gonna go for me, but
I
can
won't
spar.
actually hit you. It's fine. I probably actually won't hurt you, so it's fine.
that sparring means that we have to hit each other, right?
Is that how that works?
Actually, what I remember of sparring is getting hit and never hitting my master.
I
That's
don't
called
like
learning.
that.
That's called learning. That's not called sparring.
Definitely just watching.
How about dodging? Is that an option? I'd like to learn how to not get hit.
Hmm.
You have to learn how to get hit before you learn how to not get hit. At least those were some really intelligent words told to me a long time ago.
Then, as they're saying this, BL kind of materializes and just starts to bat at your head.
Oh boy.
And you just hear her,
What
dodge
now?
this, dodge this, dodge this.
Oh my god, I love her. You are so beautiful.
Finally, someone who appreciates my beauty.
How could they not? Look at you.
And she looks
Thinking-
at you, Thend. You know, if you praised me more often, maybe I'd be a little nicer to you.
You know, we've tried that already. It didn't help.
Gets batted in the face again.
And be sweeter to this princess.
You say that, and he just kind of like slowly turns to you to like glare at you.
Step behind Arthos.
I have tried being nice. This is how I'm treated.
Have you ever thought about taxidermy options for like an additional friend?
You know, I've actually thought about taxidermy quite a few times.
No, and
And Beelzebub immediately disappears.
I'm just kidding, Beals. I don't mean it. Most of the time.
almost makes me feel better about dying in a few weeks.
So, just tell me what you guys for the next week are going to be doing, who's training with who, what you're specifically training in. Just write it down so I know.
Question: Would Thind also have time to do some unarmed combat with Arthas so he can learn a little bit more? Just mostly so he can become proficient with it.
Yeah, I mean, I could focus on training you guys. I mean, like, he's all about sharing, you know, his knowledge on these subjects. So. I'll just train with you guys for 16 hours a day and sleep 8 hours a day.
Yeah. What do you want us to write it in?
You could just put it just in strategy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I had a mini heart attack / headache when I saw polls. I had a Vietnam flashback from the past 2 years. My bad.
Oh. All right. So this is what we're going to call session.
Okay.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. You can catch us next week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the continuation of Aes'Taldon. You can catch us not this Friday, but next Friday for the continuation of Aes'Taldon, the beginning. Looking forward to seeing you all then. Bye-bye.
What?
Bye.